break the ice or start a conversation with a stranger. Not something a lot of people love to do. So I'm going to give you a technique. Because when we think about ice, it's cold and it's hard. It's not something enticing. So instead of breaking the ice, even though I'm going to call it that, I want you to think about warming up the ice or melting the ice. To melt the ice by warming up your questions. It's a 3-step process, and one of the steps is optional. So if you want, you could just use 2 steps. So what it is, the first step is you make a comment or an observation on something that the other person could also observe, which could be as boring as the weather, because it doesn't have to stay on the topic of the weather. It could be something about the event. It could be something about the room. It could be something about the food that's in front of you. It could even be something about what the person is wearing. Although be careful in, male-female type of situations. It works better with female-to-female situations. So you comment by making an observation on something you have in common. Then you reveal. And this is the optional part. You can reveal a personal tidbit. That is where you give a little bit of information related to your comment. And finally, then you ask. You ask a relevant, open-ended question. So on your sheet, I do have an example, and that would be number 3. Very simple example. Comment. I notice you have an iPhone. And the reveal might be, I've been using an Android phone for years, but I'm considering getting an iPhone. And then the ask, what do you like about the iPhone? So you see how I revealed a little bit about myself there? Now if I leave out the reveal, I just have the comment and the ask, which also works. I notice you have an iPhone. I've been thinking about getting an iPhone. What do you like about it? So I didn't really reveal much at all, because I was thinking about it. So if we had more time, I would have you practice it. But just try this later today. When you have an opportunity to network, make an observation on something. Then, if you have a relevant reveal, say something about it. Like for the lunch, I just love wraps for lunch. And look, they have 3 kinds. I don't know if I want the vegetarian. Which kind do you think is best? I mean, that's a really simple icebreaker there, just to talk about the food.